Welcome to Nirmala TV. We're streaming love. 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 We're streaming love to all our sisters, to all our brothers on this planet, on this planet. We're streaming love. 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 We're streaming love to all our brothers, to all our sisters on this planet. Jai Shri Mataji. You are watching NirmalaTV.
Now, Season 4.
Jai Shri Mataji, welcome everyone, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Nirmala TV.
Season 4 closing episode. Ding.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. It's so nice to be again here with you all. It has been quite a while. And I guess it's also because summer is coming in, and that's wonderful.
And
also
rhythm
wonderful
becomes more active, more trips, and all online events are not so important anymore. So that's the right time to stop the season.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The pujas are coming, the tours are coming. So, yeah, we will share a bit of that with you all. Of course, not everything, but we do our best.
And now in the starting point is important to remember that some yogis maybe forgot that this is Friday, that this end of the month, and Nirmal TV is there. So maybe we can share the link with yogi groups, maybe some WhatsApp group, some messengers or somewhere, and to remind that we're starting the show, and call more just for bigger dose of vibrations tonight.
Yes, wonderful. That's a good idea, Nira. It's good that you always think about that. So tonight we have a beautiful interview with Prasad Bevan. He's actually already a great artist, although he's very young. We have flamenco music with our dear Miguel. We have Shaktidar, Bansuri, and piano. Of course, the quiz, some news.
Yes.
Yes.
And some more surprises. So what we want to do now, we will start from meditation and from invitation of Shrimataji to come and to join us tonight.
Yes, let's start with the meditation. So I want to invite you all to bring our attention inside and to raise our kundalinis and give ourselves abundance. Let's do that with full attention. Nice and slowly, we bring us in the bandhan. Then we can bring our attention inside, can calm down. Let's connect to the Mother Earth with our bare feet on the floor. And with our attention inside, we find ourselves at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother. And there we find the silence. Let us absorb that silence with every breath that we take. And let us feel the peace within. Mother, by your grace, I am a peaceful person. You give me peace. We can bring our right hand on our center heart. Mother, by your grace, we can all feel your love. We can feel the pure love that we can spread out to the whole Sangha. And let that Sangha be the instrument of peace in the world. Let us first start with establishing us, that peace within us, that love within us, the courage within us to be the instrument of the divine. Mother, by your grace, I am your instrument. Let us feel how she protects us, how there are all the ganas around us to protect us, that we have nothing to fear. Let us now bring our right hand to our forehead across. Mother, you grant us the supreme power of forgiveness. Mother, I forgive each and every one, and I forgive myself. Because forgiveness sets us free, makes it able for all of us to feel that love and to feel the joy of collectivity, of being together, and that makes us grow. That is the only way we can grow, to be together. And let's combine our sahasraras. Let's feel the vibrations in our sahasrara, where the kundalinis, down our kundalinis, can dance together in full joy and in harmony. Let us, with that feeling, watch a little video of how Shrimatiji arrives this the program in India. And first we watch how Nirmala Sarita is performing Mauline. It is an amazing, beautiful bhajan. So let's go to that video.
चित्ताच्या अश्वाला लगाम दे मनाचा चित्ताच्या अश्वाला लगाम दे मनाचा होशील मग सवाई घोडेस्वार होऊन जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा आता गड्या पार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार होरी जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा आता गड्या पार बाह्य दृष्टीला आता तू आत ओढूनी घे बाह्य दृष्टीला आता तू आत ओढूनी घे स्वकर्माचा हो तू साक्षीदार होऊन जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा आता गड्या पार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार होरी जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा आता गड्या पार नामी गुन्हेगार न तू कोणाचा गुन्हेगार नामी गुन्हेगार न तू कोणाचा गुन्हेगार अथांगाचा झाला भरती फार होऊन जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा आता गड्या पार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार माऊलीने ठोठाविले दार होरी जा आता गड्या पार होरी जा
Well, now we can start.
Jai Shri Mataji, everyone who joined us tonight. And yeah, let's start our evening after this meditation. And let's continue meditation through all the episodes, through all the program.
That will not be very difficult because we have very many actually meditative items that will help us very much to have a meditative mood tonight.
So we are starting first from the story. And
Oh.
actually, just before the show, I felt that it's really important that humans has this blessing to experience something through the story. We really we don't need to go to some situations. We just need to hear the story, and we can have it as our experience. So also it's very big blessing when someone can create the story. So I don't have this blessing. I have I have really I would like, because recently when Yogini said like, Vidas, just sit and just create the story, and for me it's like, it's not coming. But that's why I appreciate when someone can do that. And we got, and it is a premiere of a new Sahaj story, which we can listen ourselves, we can hear it with or share it with yogis, newcomers, or kids before sleeping also would be nice to hear some wisdom from this story. But
Nice.
who wrote, who read, who edited? Ara, please help me to say that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. But you know who wrote the story, because that is Sia Reddy. And it is voiced by Philippa Newman from UK, illustrated by Ekaterina Denisova. And of course, the video is edited by Sona Agrawal. And also the music is from Sia, of course. So let's enjoy the story, which is called The Guilt-Ridden King.
Premiere. World premiere.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, lived a young, handsome king. The king was different from other kings, as he had a rather unusual habit. A really unusual habit, in fact. A young maid who started her employment at the palace could not help noticing how the young king would, on a regular basis, go into the majestic gardens and pick up small pebbles and sometimes even larger rocks, only to put them into his pocket. "Why would you pick up rocks and put them into your pockets?" the young maid asked. "You see," said the king, "every time I make a mistake, I pick up a rock to remind myself of my misdeed. For small mistakes, I merely pick up a small pebble. For big mistakes, large rocks." "Oh, and you place them in a special place in your palace, I assume?" asked the maid. "Oh, no," answered the king. "I carry them with me for the rest of my life, so I never forget what I did wrong, and that I am eternally guilty for my wrongdoings." The maid rather wondered about this habit, which seemed a little odd to her, but dare not speak about it to the king, for it was not her place to do so, she was told. Years passed, and the king's pockets were too small for all those rocks and pebbles. So His Majesty started carrying small bags around with him wherever he went. After yet more time, the bags were eventually replaced by large sacks of corn, which were now filled with rocks instead of corn. No one dared to ask the king why he did what he did, and no one dared to tell him to change this rather unusual habit either. By the time the king had grown old and tired, his body ached, and he was in constant misery, for the small bag with which he had started was now an enormously large bag of rocks. It was too big and too heavy to be pulled along with him, and caused him great pain. The king therefore barely left the palace, and was not what you could call good company to anyone. The maid, who had witnessed her master for so many years by now, could not bear to see him suffer like this any more, and finally found the opportunity to speak to him one more time. "Great king, you are tired, you are miserable, and you can barely stand on your own 2 feet anymore. Please let go of the bag of rocks once and for all." "I cannot," spoke the king. "I shall always be burdened by my own mistakes. I have to be reminded of each and every one of them at every step I take in my life. This is my fate." The maid humbly approached the king and sat down near his throne. "My king," she said, "the only person who suffers from your past mistakes right now is you, and you alone. Look around you. Your guilt makes you heavy and full of grief. All the joy has gone. Your face has become old, sad, and full of pain. This is not what life is about. Just let go of the rocks. Let go of your guilt about mistakes that are no longer relevant. They're in the past. You are guilty only in your head, the maid explained. There is no need to suffer. If anything, you have become a really sad version of yourself, and right now, everyone around you suffers with you, for you are miserable, irritable and moody, weak and grumpy. Your past mistakes have spoiled the present you. Let go of the rocks, and you will be free. The king was astonished about the blunt advice the maid had given him, but he felt a gush of relief in her words, for they actually made sense to him. Could it be true that he need not suffer for every mistake he had ever made? Could he be free of his past? He bent forward and gazed into the innocent eyes of his maid. "And why do you think no one has ever told me these comforting words before?" he asked. "My king," she whispered, "everyone is his own master. No one dared to tell you how you should walk your path of this life. But if we are not compassionate towards one another and hold each other on our journey, each of us ends up suffering so much. Not one soul in your kingdom enjoys watching you in pain. We all wish for nothing else than for you to be free of your guilt, for you to drop your bag of rocks and be a happy, benevolent king again. All you have to do is accept our love and our wishes, and you shall be free. Free of guilt, free of your past, free of the rocks." The king felt tears streaming down his face as his heart opened. He rose up from his throne and signalled some knights to help him carry the heavy sack of rocks into the garden. There, the king and his men piled them up, making a tall mound of rocks. And there they stayed, from then onwards. The king was finally free. He was able to breathe and run and dance and even ride his beloved horse again. And the pile of rocks was left in his garden as a constant reminder that those rocks were where they belonged, far away, distant memories and no more resting on his shoulders. For guilt was merely a myth, he now came to understand, just as the maid had told him. And what about the maid, you may wonder? She was never seen again. No one knew where she went, but everyone kept her in their hearts, for she had transformed the kingdom into a place of beauty and joy once again.
Yay, this was so beautiful. Wow, well done, Sia. I mean, we want more stories like that. This is amazing. So beautiful.
So actually, it's like a treatment. You listen. I listened to that story already a third or fourth time, and I feel like every time it gives me some effect.
I can understand. This is amazing. And indeed, right? We keep it with us, all these stones of our guilt. It's such a clear story. And also very beautiful spoken, Philippa. And
Yes.
is very beautiful as well.
We have fan of this episode of this paintings. Herbert is writing, "Wow, what an expression, what a face!" And
Yeah.
we have many comments, and that means that we are not recorded; we are live now, and there are yogis together with us from Romania, from Brussels, from Sweden, Finland, Ayla, Moi, and Yeah, and so many comments. And please write please, from where are you, what do you do, how it is, and how do you feel about every art piece we will show.
Yeah. Do you remember that we were a bit worried because we started a bit late with announcing the show, and then we thought, oh yay, maybe nobody will watch it this time because we came in very late. But it looks like it's okay. And also, if you can help us with that, you're most welcome, because this is the part that we always are a bit, now, yeah, let's say spontaneous. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. And now we are going to visit one of the holy places in the world, which we love, many of us, or who never went, for sure they have a desire to visit. So it's Cabella. Because kind of for those who lives in that part of the world, summer means we will visit Cabella. Summer, we go, we see online what is happening there. So we had in NirmalaTV this kind of tradition to visit different ashrams, different holy places, different maybe some special places for Sahaja Yogis. So this is a very fresh video from Cabella and around Cabella, from Barbera, from the sea close to Genova, and it's not very long, but let's catch some vibrations from that moment, from the holiest place in Europe.
Nice. And then we can already get into the mood and build up our desire to go there.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, nice. Welcome to the news of today. The Davy International Boarding School in Nova Scotia is looking for a loving and fun teachers for grades 6 up to 12 for several subjects, and also looking for dorm staff. Ideal candidates are at least 21 years old, balanced and well established in Sahaj, and have experience in collective Sahaj settings or working with children or teens. If you are available from September 24 until June 25 and ready for a rewarding journey, then apply now through the Davy School website. 21-day online meditation in Hebrew and Arabic. The yogis from Israel and Arabic countries, supported by yogis from across the world, are delighted to announce 2 upcoming 21-day online meditation courses, one in Hebrew and one in Arabic, that will be streamed live every evening from June 29th until July the 19th. Let's pray that these courses will have profound positive vibrational effects in this region, and your enlightened attention and loving abundance would be most appreciated to help to make these courses a success. If you want to be involved or stay in touch, please join the WhatsApp group. Hebrew and Arabic speakers are needed, as well as English, Russian and French speakers, to take part in the breakout rooms or to volunteer as mentors, and they also still need volunteers to help with the online promotion. Mothers of Freedom. Theater of Eternal Values America is delighted to announce their first full production from June the 13th until June the 16th in Cambridge, MA. Mothers of Freedom is based on a real meeting between Harriet Tubman and Pandita Ramabai in 1888. And the play asks, what happens if 2 freedom fighters meet? What can their stories, laughter, struggle and strength teach us today? The International Marriage Committee in Vishwa Nirmala Dharma invite you on June the 8th at 6 p.m. Cabella time for an international evening program dedicated to Sahaj marriages, live from Sri Mataji's castle in Cabella. The evening will feature testimonials from couples all over the world, videos from early weddings, live music, and marriage advice from Sri Mataji and older yogis. This is an evening for everyone to celebrate the auspicious joy of Sahaj weddings. Please note that the portal for registration for the marriages in Cabella this year is open until the end of June. Then news from the team Yuga Dara. They invite everyone to participate in the play The Bearer of an Era, Ugandara. It will happen in Cabella. The rehearsals will start from July the 19th, and the aim is to perform as one world collective during the Guru Puja. Have a look on the Ugandara website and fill in the casting form if you have the desire to participate. We will share all this info and links on our news page from on tomorrow. And then news from Scandinavia, the Nordic Tour. We are happy to bring your attention towards the Nordic Tour 2024. It will take place from the 2nd of August until the 21st of August. The deadline for registration for the tour has been extended until June the 7th, so you still have a chance to come along. The organization will be grateful for any organizational and financial support for the spread of Sahaja Yoga in Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Ideas could be sponsoring a yuva from your collective to come, or lending a vehicle for the tour, and of course, any financial contribution will be appreciated. You can find the schedule for the tour here, and there is also a donation page available. Then summer in Cabella with lots of events, as there is the Wellness Camp. The summer edition of the Wellness Camp is made of 4 weeks, 2 in July before the Guru Puja and 2 in August before the Krishna Puja. All meditations, workshops and meals will be in Casa Ciminiera. You can book your wellness camp through the website of Casa Madre. Then the Adiguru Puja is on the 19th of July, and the Nirmala Art Summer Academy is following the Guru Puja from Tuesday the 23rd of July to August the 1st.
द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादि लक्ष्यम्.
The Academy offers a chance to enhance creativity and emerge in several cultures through a selection of over 40 courses. It is a wonderful opportunity to please our Divine Mother by nurturing and sharing our creativity and inspiration. So also bring along new yogis to get in touch with our Sahaj culture. And then the Academy culminates in the Culture of the Spirit Festival held on August the 3rd and the 4th at the Sahaja Yoga World Foundation Center. This free festival is open to the public and aims to reflect Sri Mataji's vision of a united human family through a combination of the performing and visual arts from across the world with Sahaja Yoga meditation workshops. A beautiful combination. And you can see the links for all the details. Then there is the Krishna Puja on the 23rd of August and the Ganesha Puja on the 26th of August. We don't have any websites yet for all the information, but it will come soon. The Sahaj weddings will take place on September the 1st. And then there is already an invite for the Diwali Puja. This will take place in Cape Town from the 1st until the 3rd of November. It will be hosted by South Africa, the countries of the African continent, France, Switzerland, Portugal, and Mother Persia. And now would be an ideal moment to book your tickets. All links and information will be shared on the news page of NirmalaTV from on tomorrow. Back to the program.
You are watching
NirmalaTV.
So many news and so many occasions are waiting for us in this summer, and much more, I think, if we see whole planet.
I'm
Much
sure.
more.
I'm sure there's a lot more. So it's good that we stop.
Yeah. But if someone is doing some tour, something to share, please send to Nirmal TV. And even in summer, we will be on holidays. We can share it on Facebook page, and we can help to reach more yogis.
That's for sure. That's what we can do.
Yeah. So what is happening now in our program, Arab?
Oh, I believe we have some great music. It's nice to have him back. We did not hear much from him, at least on Nirmala TV for a while. And it's our dear Miguel from Poland with Flamingo. Today he has a few guests with him, and those are Andre on bass and Janek on tabla. And the piece that they are going to do is Aroma de Cilantro. I hope I pronounce it well. I'm not sure.
But do you know the meaning of cilantro? What
I think
does
you know the meaning.
Me?
Yes.
No.
No,
No. Should we understand it from the music, maybe?
maybe. Let's have a look and then we talk about it afterwards again.
Yes.
interview now.
Of course, we need to do a recording. Why not?
Oh wow, okay. I didn't realize. I thought we were just going to chat about the whole thing. I didn't realize it's going to be the actual thing.
So where are you actually now?
It's a separate space. Yeah, at the back where I do my painting, and I'm in North London in England.
Who are you? Can you tell us a little bit, few words?
My name is Prasad Bevan. I was born in England. My mum is from Austria. My dad is from England, and I went through the kind of passage a Sahaj child goes through, in a sense. I went to Ramashram when I was 4, And then I went to Dharamshala, India, when I was 9 years old. I went there for 6 years in total.
Art and painting, when it started and how?
As a kid, I was actually very sporty. My nan was kind of an artist, and so we had a little bit of it in the family, but my parents weren't so much. And I just remember my dad, when he'd read us bedtime stories, I'd always ask him to draw because I liked his. I remember when I came back to England, that was the moment when I really kind of took to art as a way of kind of seeking, or trying to understand myself, trying to understand what all this was about. What is Satyoga, what is the truth. Ultimately it was about kind of understanding what is the truth. And yeah, in the beginning, they taught us the standard procedure of the school, so we learned about impressionism and so on, but I was kind of more interested in realism. I think my understanding of the time was more scientific, and I couldn't understand that there would be some ultimate reality, some objective reality, that this is the truth. Because when you paint a hand, or when you paint something that's lifelike, the details are never ending. You can look at it, skin, the cell, and deeper and deeper and deeper, and you never. I felt at the time that you never get to a point when you say, this is it. Now the painting is as detailed as it can possibly be. And I felt the same was true for the truth or reality. When someone said it's black and white, for me it was a lot of gray, relative.
Okay, so what about your art? If you sit, suddenly I got you in this workshop place, and this is like, it's your everyday, right?
Yes, yeah, it's become my everyday. It's slowly kind of transitioned towards that. It's not easy. It's not an easy path, and I've really had to learn a lot about aspects I didn't think I would have to. I kind of was a bit naive in the beginning and thought, if I produce the best artwork that I can, then it'll naturally sell and so on, and that side will fulfill itself. But I was very fortunate. I think Mother kind of guided me towards it. I remember just sitting in a puja one time, and I was looking at the backdrop, and it was this incredibly beautiful backdrop with two elephants on either side, and kind of Mother's face just appearing out of the paper. And it was a watercolor that was painted by Konstantin Starkov, and it was blown up. It was an image blown up. And I was really touched and amazed by how ethereal it seemed, that these elephants were just kind of appearing out of the paper, and everything was so light. And so I remember feeling, wow, if I could do something like that, I'd be really, fulfilled. And I think so. There was a kind of idea growing inside. I think art was something I really enjoyed as well. And I knew I could do it well. I had that belief inside. And then I got married to Varya, who's the daughter of Konstantin Starkov, and and I got my first watercolor set from him, and he kind of. I went to Russia for Christmas and so on, and he would teach me to paint. And I remember in the beginning I was really bad. It was because I didn't know what I was doing, and watercolor is it's a very difficult medium. It's like, if you don't know what you're doing, it just runs everywhere and goes completely out of control. I've always loved nature, especially leaving Dharamshala. Nature was something we had in abundance there. Coming back to England, progress or something clicked when I started abstracting my watercolors. In the beginning, I was really kind of more comparing my painting to what I saw, and there was this kind of, it was more representative. But when I put this away, and so you're sitting in front of this piece, and naturally you start to put in these stories. It just naturally flows. I don't force it, and these stories start to formulate themselves. This one was kind of inspired by the story of the Mahabharata, the birth of Bhishma, where the eight Vasus are born on Earth. They're cursed to be born on Earth, but the rishi who curses them immediately takes away the curse and says, but as soon as you're born on Earth, you'll be relieved and return to heaven. So Ganga is drowning each child, until King Shantanu questions her and says, what are you doing to our children? Stop drowning my children. And she says, and so she stopped. Like these stories, they make you forget about everything mundane. They completely immerse you in the divine laws of the world. And I wanted to be able to kind of bring this into my art and introduce more of this into the Western psyche, into the Western society. So I just kind of share this, and yeah, so that's kind of been a very fulfilling aspect of the work now. It's interesting because at first I was taking it more towards the Chinese landscapes. When I left India, I wanted to paint the mountains. You know, that was kind of home for me. I copy traditional Chinese landscapes, or I find a way to experimentally create mountains. And so I found this way of, with the marbling, putting ink on water, and because the ink is mixed with a kind of oil that sits on the water, and it creates these very beautiful swirls. And I'd catch it with paper, and then all you need is just an imagination, and it just effortlessly creates these mountains, trees, everything there. So I initially first start taking it towards this, but there was always like, I could start to see figures forming and different things, different directions that the work could take me. So I kind of pursued that now, and started to introduce more color, and yeah, so it's opened out for me in a way. Before I was kind of more, no, it has to be a landscape, and now it's opened to wherever the marbling guides me.
When you are in the process, do you have some kind of, I don't know, like special moments which you can share?
There's some moments when you're just completely in a state of thoughtless awareness, and as you're drawing, you just get these ideas, like do this or do that, and it's really unconscious. Like, you know, you just feel like you're being guided in some way to create something that's beautiful. It has vibrations. I remember one particular moment when I was in Italy, and I'd done this painting. I mean, the thing was that I was with a lot of painters outside, and I hadn't really managed to do a painting, and finally I was by myself. I was like, oh, thank goodness, no one else is around, I can paint. And so I just did this painting, and it was okay. And then afterwards, I just started thinking, oh, do this, and it'll improve it. And so I started drawing out my plan, and I just remember feeling that I was lost in space and time. I didn't feel like I could be anywhere. It didn't matter. I was just completely at one with my drawing. Nothing else was important. It was just me and the drawing, and it's just like you're being just guided in some way. Add a dark shape here, or add a light shape here. It's easy to say like, okay, if you paint a deity, it will have vibrations, but the vibrations are very subtle. There's a story of Shumanaji where Uncle Richard Payment shared it with me, that she was rearranging a table with just like, I think, table ingredients like salt, pepper, and so on. And she rearranged it and said, oh, look now, vibrations. And so she showed how, like, she was showing him design, how, the spacing of these elements, different things on the table could create vibrations through how they were organized, how they were spaced. And the same is true for art. So when you get to the abstract level, the subtle level, and you just start to go beyond, an idea, it's not about a deity or anything. It's just about forms and how they all relate to each other. Then it's kind of vibrational, and you're actually, it's like you're painting vibrations. I would like to spend all my time painting, but it's divided. Mainly online teaching through a platform called Artefacto.
Is it possible to start if you are older, if you already not started in your childhood?
100% pick it up, diving into the beauty of watercolors, and take away the pressure of producing a good painting. I think that's really important. Just enjoy painting some colors. There's no real pressure. I think as long as you enjoy it, and there's a small desire, you don't have to do it full time. If you just, I would definitely recommend. Thank you.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you. Yeah, it was a real pleasure to come on and share. So thank you.
Jai Shri Mataji.
You are watching
NirmalaTV.
Very nice interview. Wow. And beautiful, huh? How he explains it. It's also storytelling.
It became very intense because I wanted to pick some parts and to put into minimum time, maximum everything.
Yeah.
So, but interview was much more relaxed because I cut out even breathing moments.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, because you think, wow, he is so, but I understand. And I believe that the longer version, it's also there, and we will share it on our website and Facebook, and
Yes,
you
yes.
can enjoy the story of Prasad even more.
Yeah, from tomorrow, the story longer with breathing will be.
With breathing. No,
and,
but it was great. It was really well done and very well edited as well, Nira. So
but
I think,
it's
nice.
such a pleasure to be in this project of in Nirmal TV, because time to time working on some interviews, you meet Yogi and then you edit, and when you edit, you listen and listen again. And I will tell you, this interview gave me such a good state and vibrations, because okay, we spoke and that's it. But when you edit, you are in every this detail, and vibrations were really flowing. So yeah, because of this project, I can meet very nice, deep, talented yogis. This is
Yeah,
such a
I realized what you said, because we had indeed these beautiful interviews also with Uncle Herbert, who is very much with us tonight. It was also an interview that I will never forget because of the things that he said. And also, we had an interview with the conductor of the Vienna Boys Choir, which was also very special. And what do you think about this very older yogi, this artist from Belgium with his woodwork? You remember
yeah,
him?
yeah. And actually, I even have his piece, but not reached yet me. Like in 2 years, I'm
Oh,
waiting.
it's on the
Yeah,
way.
because very huge. You need to somehow, go
Yeah.
and take it. So
And actually, it is nice now we are talking about him because all his artwork found their way on around the world. Also, many went to the US. Actually, I think he has like 10 left in his farm. So that is somehow worked very well, and also through Nirmala TV. So that is actually very nice.
actually true. On internet, I saw some yogi talking somewhere in some background. I can recognize that art of his style is hanging there. So
Yeah,
nice.
that is
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah, that I'm very happy that worked out. Very happy that worked out.
We have many.
Anyway,
Yeah, we have
so
many comments from many more countries. So thank you everyone who is commenting. And what I need to say, I need to use the platform to say hello from Lithuanian collective, because we
okay.
had now very nice seminar. Unfortunately, I could not be in that seminar, but my family were there and many yogis. And I have a list from how many countries people came. So it was from Finland, Estonia, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania, Austria, and UK, and of course Lithuania. So it was really international, and it was on the shores of Baltic Sea, just like opening door and you are in the seaside. And we have a picture actually how many yogis, and atmosphere was amazing because it was based on
Hmm.
creativity. So it was like handicrafts, singing, dancing, like all these creative topics were there. And yeah, kind of sometimes it's trouble to organize, sometimes it's maybe really last minute, something is changing, but worth to do. Every seminar is important because yogis comes and vibrations really rises up.
Yeah, absolutely. That is seminars are the best.
So
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 that is
thank you
really nice.
everyone who came to Lithuania. I hope more seminars will be around the world. Oh, okay, so
Nice.
that's it. I use the chance to say thank you for this attention.
You did your homework. You did your homework
But
for
did
the
you see
country.
that Dara from Vienna wrote that tomorrow is very important public program? Can we
Yes,
see that?
Shaktidar is performing, and which is nice because we also have Shaktidar in the show this evening, and it's very beautiful to indeed. Yeah, let's give a bandan for that. The show works out really well tomorrow in Vienna.
Let's send vibrations to Vienna.
Very beautiful that, and I believe Sumatsi was in that same place, and there is also a self-realization program. So very nice.
Nice.
All the best for that, Viennese
Yes.
yogis.
Thank you for writing it. Yeah. And now we are going to Italy.
Ah,
because we will watch some moments from performance of Theater of Eternal Values, and Ada, you were there.
wow. Nice.
And can you tell us a little bit something?
Yes. Well, we were very grateful for the opportunity to perform again in Verona in a very beautiful theater, Camplona, it's called. And it is in Verona. And we were invited back because they had a festival celebrating still for International Women's Day. And they called it the City of the Women, for the Women, Città della Donne. And somehow they invited us for that celebration, and it was beautiful because there were so many non-yogis coming to the show. We were very nicely hosted, and it was a beautiful opportunity. Also because we, in the form of Victor Empurna in Italy, worked with a university with students, and they were working with the same language, with the same text that we were using, so they could really feel it, and they got the chance to work a little bit with that before the show. Then they saw us, and then they saw what we did with the scene, with the text and the lyrics, and it all worked very nicely together.
Nice. So let's see how it looks when we see documentary moments.
Yeah. Very short impression on more the atmosphere in the room, and yeah, it was nice.
Nice. Many more stages are waiting for theater to perform and to spread vibrations in these places.
Yes, it's a very nice tool. Thank you for wishing us that.
I know about theater. I know that every movement costs so much of energy to organize, costumes, like everything, and rehearse again and again and again. So it's like hard job, but important job. So good luck. Good
Thank
luck,
you.
all actors, all the team,
All
theater.
actors and all artists, because
Yeah.
all art is like that, but with Srimati in our heart, and we know why we do this. It works out. But also when you hear Prasad, I mean, it's not an easy way, it's not an easy life, but yeah, it's the only thing you can do as an artist.
You know what? For me, when I came to Saj Yoga and I heard Shamataji saying that, every child should learn some instrument. And for me, it was like, really? But there are somebody who cannot even understand music. Why should they start to drum or play? But now I realize that when you touch instrument and you try yourself to do something, then you realize how many hours you need to spend to do at least something. And that's why you will appreciate the art later.
And that is absolutely true, but I also believe that is only one aspect, because music influences you. Music does something to who you are, gives you a different way of feeling, because you appreciate music. It even influences the brain in the scientific reports. They can show that.
Yeah.
But also when we have the art academy, for instance, it's not that people become artists. It's like you get a feel of the art. And I've done theater for many years, since almost the beginning of the art academy, so it's like 12, 13 years. And often I hear people saying it had such a big impact for me, these theater classes, because I could use it, I felt more confident in my work as a teacher or whatever you do. So we don't even know what the effect is, what we do at the Art Academy as well.
I can tell my experience because few years now I experience this art academy without going to lessons. I'm just coming to be in that atmosphere, and you know what? You become every day more sensitive to everything because when you go to concert, it like rises you, and then you going back to your routine. But this is like everyday waves of different art, and then you see nature and you start to feel something much more
Wow.
than usual. So
Yeah.
actually, it's a good treatment. So if someone is too right-sided, Art Academy is like a treatment.
It is so nice. Nice experience. Good. Let's move on. Otherwise, we just keep talking, and that is not why people are watching Nirmala
Okay,
TV.
at least the last chance to talk. Okay, so now we are going to we are going to invite to our show someone
Oh,
who is going to perform a little bit piece of his performance, and then we will talk with him.
wow. Is it a surprise?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Ostin netistä lemmen pistoolin, suurien tunteiden tussariin, melkein Iron Smith & Wessonin, siihen kaikki fyrkat hassasin. Ketä tähtää sua vissiin, teit musta rakkauden sissiin, postin myyntipistooli kasasin, rintaan ampuu sydänteen hashashin. Nää on lemmen luote ja bang bang, tahdon ampua kaikille teille lempeä. Bang bang, lemmen luote ja rakkautta eikä kuolemaa. Bang bang, tahdon ampua lemmenluote ja bang 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 bang.
Nice cut. Nice song. Hello.
Hi. Moi. Huh?
We don't hear you. Ooh.
Better? You hear me?
Yeah, much
Yeah,
better.
it's good. Yeah. Looks like it's still bright day in Finland. Is it possible?
Yeah, it's never dark in the summer.
Oh my
Is it
God.
already that time of the year that it's never dark?
Yeah, I mean, the sun sets here in Finland, but like when you go up north to Lapland, then it's shining.
Yeah. So this is real life, just your backyard where you are sitting now.
Yeah, that's right. Or front yard, actually.
Front yard.
Looks like
Interesting.
spring came to Finland.
It's at last it came. It's been actually very, very warm, like really hot here.
Hot meaning how many degrees?
29. It
Oh,
was
29. It is really hot.
Oh yeah. Does it look like that from your costume?
Yeah, now it's cool. The evening.
Yeah. It's evening
I
time.
was
Yeah, it's evening time. Okay, good. So you're here for a reason because we're going to do the quiz, people. So take your phones.
Ada, what is your nickname? Tell me, what is your nickname?
What do you mean, my nickname?
But you are attending
I'm
the
not
quiz.
going to tell you my nickname because then you know that I'm already out. After 2 questions, I'm already out.
Okay. Okay, so let's start because everybody is waiting. So be ready and let's see who will win today.
All right, the floor is yours, Curly.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so a few questions again. I think some of them are pretty easy and some of them may be a little bit more difficult. Let's see. Maybe you can hear the birds singing here as well. There's maybe half an hour before it was even more bird song here, but still there are some of them singing a little bit. So here I am. Where's my quiz? Where's my audience? Okay, some people are coming. And the song you heard, it's a one that I released just recently, a couple of weeks ago, and that was the live. I did a live version. Actually, I did it for some New York yogis at UNESCO. They have like a monthly program that you can watch also. Kind of, well, not totally similar to NirmalaTV because it's with different themes that was about integration and dialogue, and it's kind of sponsored by UNESCO. And you can watch the video on YouTube as well. Okay, so and the song is called Bang Bang. That's how you can search for it. So yeah, there are the audience, the animals are gathering here with me in my garden. Cool. So is everybody in? There's a good bunch of superheroes, animals, different beings. Somebody's saying in Delhi 53 degrees. Oh my goodness. You've got to have air conditioning. And not everybody can afford that. Yeah, 29 is hot enough for me, and actually the air conditioning in my car broke down and I was really sweating and driving today. Lovely seminar by the Baltic Sea, that's what Marit is saying here, and actually my kid, my 18-year-old kid also attended. Well, he's not kid anymore, he's 18, so technically, like legally an adult actually. And he was hanging out with the yogis in Lithuania. It was very nice. Lots of love from Vilnius, same to you from Finland. Okay, let's go. So, Sahaja Yoga quiz, May 24. First question. Which one of these is a quote by our mother, Srimadaji Nirmala Devi? Never fight your ego, always fight your ego, sometimes fight your ego, or sometimes pamper your ego. Never fight your ego. So that was easy one, and you know, yeah, that's the correct answer. If you fight your ego, it's just gets bigger and nastier. No use fighting. Okay. Okay, KML on the leader position. Who said or wrote, always be ready to speak your mind and a baseman will avoid you? A baseman, kind of a wicked man. Was it William Blake, Sai Baba of Shirdi, Chief Seattle, or Jane Austen? Mosquitoes here in my garden as well, actually. So, William Blake is the correct one, and most of you guys knew that. Very good. That's right. It's from his famous Proverbs of Hell, which is really, really great sentences. It's part of marriage of heaven and hell. So, KML keeping the leader position. Next question. Who said or wrote, if you can't explain something in simple terms, you don't understand it? Was it Richard Feynman, Confucius, Socrates, or Marie Curie? So this one was not said by any saint or incarnation, but it was said by the great physicist Richard Feynman. It's quite an insightful saying about, you know, knowledge, or from a scientist's point of view, that if you actually understand something, you have to be able to explain it in simple terms. Okay, so most of you went for Socrates, and that was kind of Socratean statement, but it was actually by Mr. Feynman. I don't know if he was a realized soul or not, but at least he was a great genius. Okay, and next question. Which atom, we go for physics, has 4 electrons? Is it hydrogen, beryllium, carbon, or oxygen? The mosquitoes are getting more in my garden as the evening is getting kind of darker. So, well, it's still lots of light, but the mosquitoes are coming out. Okay, so the time is running, and yeah, it was a trick question, but 4 of you knew it, that it's beryllium. The carbon atom has 6 electrons, but 4 of them are on the valency shell, on the outer cell. So outer shell. So those are the 4 electrons, which are the 4 arms of the swastika, but there are 2 electrons beneath them in the inner shell. So beryllium is the one with 2 electrons on the inner and 2 on the outer, so that has 4 electrons in total. So I tricked you guys, but the beryllium was the right answer. How many strands are there in the Kundalini? So 21 raised to the power of 108, 21 times 108, 21 or 108. Yeah, the one which got the most answers was the right one. So 21 raised to the power of 108, which is an enormous number, like a really huge number, number that we really can't understand with our mind, but that's how much power, according to Shimadaji, according to the scriptures, we have inside. So like Shimadaji says, first only 1 or 2 or 3 strands rise, but actually there's like almost unlimited energy. So many strands. Okay, we have the leader, same leader in the number 1 position. Name the longest epic poem by number of verses. Is it Odyssey, Mahabharata, the Manas, or the Kalevala? So the Odyssey is by Homer from Greece. Mahabharata is the Indian epic that we all Sahajyogis know. The Manas is actually the epic poem of the Kyrgyz people, and the Kalevala was composed by Elias Lönnrot in Finland in the 19th century. So it's a recent creation, but it's based on ancient folklore that he and many other academics collected in the 19th century. Okay, only 2 knew actually. This was difficult. So Manas, the Manas is the longest epic poem of mankind by number of verses, which was very surprising. I visited Kyrgyzstan 2 months ago, more than 2 months ago, and I heard the epic singer there also, and I was surprised to learn also and read it on internet, and that actually by number of verses, the Manas is the longest epic, even longer than Mahabharata, but the verses are, I think, not so long, so probably by number of words, by a number of other content, Mahabharata would be the winner, but by number of verses, Manas is the longest epic in the world. Okay, still KML keeping the lead. And last question. According to Shimadaji, what should we do with difficult people? Leave it to Shimadaji, love them even more, ignore them, shoot them. This is based on something Shimadaji also said. So what is your answer? Leave it to Shimadaji. That's very good. Yes, yes. So many of you, most of you, or the biggest number of selections went to the correct one. And this is actually from Shimadaji asking or making kind of a riddle or a quiz with the yogis that what should we do with difficult people, and it was a beautiful exchange of words with the Sahaja yogis, and somebody said should beat them, and Shimadaji said like, okay, yeah, that's fine, but there's something much more simple. And then a yogini said like, or yogi said, love them even more, and then she said, yes, but actually they might find it even aggressive if you kind of love them even more. And then somebody said ignore them, or that say that you're not going to put up with their nonsense. And Shimadaji says that's just a human thing, everybody does that. And then somebody said leave it to leave it to Shimadaji, and she said yes, that's the correct answer. So that's our concluding question for tonight. And let's see what's happened in the leaderboard. So B and Badal. And number one is KML. He was number one for the whole quiz. Okay, cool. Congratulations for the winner. The quiz master was again happy to present you some easy, some tougher questions. Thank you very much. And lots of love, lots of greetings from my garden here in Espoo in Helsinki, in Finland.
Nice. Thank you so much, Curly. Wow, what a questions. Great. Well done.
Oh
Love
my
that.
God. How do you survive these mosquitoes?
Yeah, they are coming, but if you go to after midsummer, if you go to Lapland, it's totally different. Like here there is maybe 1, 2, 3, but there it's literally 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 mosquitoes surrounding you. And it's really like you're inside a cloud of mosquitoes. But not here in the south.
Oh yay.
And we could hear this cuckoo bird, right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, my wife heard it for the first time last night, and now I heard it too. So yeah, we had our garden cuckoo broadcast.
We have a saying, when you first time hear cuckoo bird, it's very important what you have and what you do. That will be for whole year. So you will share knowledge.
So that means I will be a quiz master for.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. So we keep you for the rest of the year at least. That is nice. That is nice. I didn't know about that saying, but it's a good one. Let's keep it like that. So thank you so much, Curly, for preparing this quiz and for hosting it. Great questions. And of course, we are very curious to know who the winners are, the 3 top on the leaderboard. We really want to know who you are. So please let us know. That would be great. Thank you for now, Curly. All the best with your new song, Bang Bang.
Yeah, thank you for playing a little teaser, I would say, of my song.
Yes, a teaser.
And, it was out, and you can see on my Facebook, you can see the whole live version, and on YouTube, if you search with my name, Curly, and then write Bang Bang. The song is called Bang Bang, so it's about shooting, but it's not about shooting the deadly kind of bullets, but about shooting bullets of love.
How nice is that? How nice is that? Well, for sure, we're going to watch the full song because it's great and has a lot of energy. And that is what we like about you, your energy, and what you bring into the show as well. So great.
And knowledge is amazing.
Wow, thank you. I'm glad.
That is absolutely true. I don't know. There's something with Finnish people. They have a lot of knowledge.
Maybe actually one question was supposed to be about English. That Shimadaji actually said that the character, the core character of the English is that they are scholars. But maybe we Finns are a little bit scholars as well. I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely. So that's great. Okay, thank you so much,
Mataji.
Thank you.
And then we have to move on, right?
Yes, and we are going now to trailer of new Sahaj movie, made in a perfect way, as I understand from the trailer, and we will sense it again now all together. I don't have any idea yet how to find it, but maybe we will find.
Yeah. So it is actually has a French name. It's Rose de Chine. So it's about China, Chinese rose, and the translation goes. And it's also made by French yogi. He's called Hugo Bouet, and he's a director, and it's amazing professional. And I think we should really, if it comes out into the film theaters, into the movie theaters, then we really have to watch it. So let's enjoy now the trailer of Rose de Chine.
Monsieur, nous avons des clients.
Ils peuvent pas nous laisser tranquille là?
Wow, 这里一点都没变。
妈妈，这里好棒啊！
C'est pas vrai. Des Chinois. Alors comme ça, vous venez de Paris? On n'irait pas.
C'est grâce à la méditation, ça. Est-ce que ça peut vous aider aussi?
T'as l'adresse en tête? C'est chez qui?
Je suis l'esprit. Je ne suis pas coupable. C'est toi qui m'as l'air fatigué, Mathieu.
Jacques n'est pas manqué.
Aidez-moi, Seigneur, je vous en prie, aidez-moi! Aidez-moi!
Very nice, very beautiful,
Yeah.
amazing.
Goosebumps came in the end. Some
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and it's amazing, and it's truly amazing how more and more artists find their way into the big theaters and become commonly known. Hopefully, also, I mean, this director is so great, and we wish him well.
Yes. And we are waiting for the movie, for the
Ah,
premiere. We will
Mhm.
see the first row.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this is the time, I think, in our show when we need to say that our season number 4 is going to be finished in few minutes. And we need to say thank you for everyone who joined us on watching online or maybe recording, because I checked, it's quite many views we have through the season. So thank you very much. Also, we need to thank all artists, all the scientists, all the messages we got, some pictures, some notification that something is happening somewhere, all news. Thank you for that. And also we need to say thank you for Carlos, who is secretly pushing the buttons and making all this process so smooth and nice. And
Yes, maybe we can see him. Yes, there he is. Carlos, thank you so much. Without
thank you,
you,
Carlos.
this show would not be possible. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
So-
nice.
And it's so nice to do it together with you, Ada. What a blessing! What a feeling! So thank you for being in this project. And
Big thank you to you, Nira. It's amazing that indeed we just keep continuing this, and we almost forgot about Corona and online online pujas and online
yes.
evening programs. But yeah, somehow we're still there, and that's nice. We're enjoying it. Let's say it
Yes.
like that, and that's why we're still there.
Yep.
Yes.
And also now we will we will finish our season and our.
Hey, but don't forget, we still have quite a few items, and I hope you don't forget that.
Yeah, we have. But I felt very melancholical, nostalgical. I will miss the show,
okay.
and yeah. But
No, it's fine.
we are going to meditative mood. We're going to meditative mood. That's why we are going to this thank you story. But now let's finish it with meditation. And meditation through the music, meditation with Shumataji's speech about the peace, and also with rising Kundalini. So don't disconnect. Let's be together. So what is now? What is happening now? Do you know?
Well, according to the program, we were showing something about a garage or something like that in England.
Yes. So it's not yet meditative mood. Oh my
No,
God.
we still end. After that, we have a cooking show planned, and then we have some beautiful music planned.
Okay, so now we have a little bit about Sheffield, UK, an amazing experience in garage. So we can show a little bit like video, and I will tell a little bit what I remember. So there was an idea to make meditation center in garage, which was not so much used. And there was no from collective, different feeling, because come on, garage, and suddenly, temple from garage. But what happened, it was renovated, it was in new colors, it was with nice announcement that this meditation place, and Mayor of Sheffield was invited, and he came because nobody believed, and he came, and he was sitting there, and he gave a speech. He said, like, I'm just for a few minutes, but then he stayed for more than an hour, and he listened to music, and he got realization, and he meditated. So everything is happening amazingly, and now this garage is not garage anymore. It's like really Sahaj, small but meeting point. So Carlos, do you have these videos or not?
It looks like we have. So good.
Let's see.
I was tempted to do it to come. I wish I didn't.
Well, I'll say a few words and then some background music after that. How about that? Yeah. Okay. I mean, one of the things that I really enjoy doing as Lord Mayor is going around and visiting community groups and so forth. But this is actually slightly different in that it's a community group that's grown itself somehow from your own garage, from you know, Shirley deciding going to the meditation group and then having, it sounded like, shall we say, it's a bit like my garage, that where you didn't know where to put it, it went in the garage. and then you've actually had a good clear out and you've turned it into, well, a useful community space, and clearly it is for the whole community, because just looking around and seeing the community here today, and I hope you can really enjoy this over the coming years and it becomes a centre, not just for the education, but I suspect other things as well. So, I've given you the bit about the civic scissors, so I will cut the ribbon and declare Meditation Centre open.
That's nice. So this mayor got a lot of vibrations. That's good.
Yeah. And for me, that point that he came and he told, like, I'm just passing, and by mistake, like, it's so nice that I'm here, just a little bit. And then he was more than an hour sitting and enjoying. So that's very funny part of this.
That's very, very nice, very beautiful. Great. So indeed, now we came to the mood of meditation, and we feel that we really should have that meditation moment now. And who could guide us better than dear Shaktidar Bansuri? And he's performing together with his friend Harsha Jade on piano. And the music is of Rabindranath Tagore. So poetry of Rabindranath Tagore on music. And let's finish this evening, and with this finishing this evening, we finish the whole season. So let's go there in meditation together. Let's unite in Sahasrara while we are enjoying the beautiful music.
is enjoyment for joy. Out of peace comes the joy, the light of joy, the happiness. I wish peace for the whole world, for the whole nation. To understand, to give up all the strife, all the false battles for money and for power. All wrong ideas that they are different from each other and come under the banner of Sajilwa and enter into the kingdom of God, where they are invited with all respect and love. I wish peace to all of them, to all the countries, all the human beings, in their families, in their hearts, with their children, with all of them. Let there be peace. Let their heart emit peace, their tongues speak with peace, their eyes see nothing but peace. All this has to change. Tremendous change has to take place. The whole universe has to take a different turn. All that is hatred, hateful, ugly has to vanish, and the peace has to prevail. It is not the peace of the dead, but peace of the living that has to come, of the body. I bless all of you to be the channels of that peace, to be beautiful channels of that peace, to be glorious channels of that peace, to be great children of your mother, who is so proud of you. May God bless you. So now for the whole world, you can ask that remove the curse of negativity and bless them with the principle of Mahat.
All of us, man.
All of you. We have to do a lot. All of us have to do it. You are my hands, you are my eyes, you are my ears. You have to do it. Whatever you are asking for, you have to do it yourself. I can just give you power, but you have to move your hands. You have to move your tongue. You have to do everything. If you don't move your tongue, and if you do not talk to people about it, how can I help you? So this is what you have to do, is to know that whatever you ask for, not only to pray, but also to use your instrument. May God bless you.
Mother, by your grace, we are your instruments. Thank you again and again. Thank you all for being here with us. We hope to see many of you in Cabella, and if not, we see you again in October. Jeshmatati.
So let's rise collectively Kundalini.